Right, buddy, Manchester United are set to lose three huge players to AFCON in the next few days. Now, in this video, I'm going to look at the best team that I think Manchester United and Ruben Amorim can put together with these players going to AFCON. Now, let's get into it. I've combined two options. The first option is this: Le Mans in goal, a back three of Martinez, De Ligt, and Lenny Yoro. Diego Dallo, unfortunately, is your right wing back. Dorgu as your left wing back. Casemiro, Mainu as your midfield two. Bruno pushed further forward with Cunha and Mason Mount. Now, again, I think that would probably be the team that I'd go for. I think that's the more strongest team that we can probably field. Again, Dallo, in terms of weak points, I'd probably say Dallo our right wing back. I think that is a bit of a problem, but I think it gives minutes to Kobe Manu. You show a bit of faith in Dorgu. Obviously, we don't know how fit Martinez is and if he's ready to start, but I'm assuming in the next few games, Amarim will be able to give him an opportunity to start. De Ligt as well. I don't know about his availability, but if not, you can easily interchange him with Aiden Heaven, who has looked very, very good there. I think the biggest miss is I think is going to be in the defence, rather than the attack. I know we're missing Ahmad and Mbuemo, but I think the goals have not been a problem. I think defensively, Mazraoui's been absolutely vital to United. He's had some very, very good performances, and I think he's a warrior at the back, especially with us missing De Ligt, Maguire at the moment. No Martinez in there as well. I think he has been a very, very good player. As well, you can see Luke Shaw go in there as well. But listen, I'm excited as well. It's an opportunity to see Kobe Manu. Again, this probably isn't going to be the team, the fact that Kobe Manu starting. But again, I think why not? Amarim talked about how AFCON would present itself with some opportunities for Kobe Manu. So why not show a bit of faith and a bit of character and give Manu a start, which I think he deserves. And I think with the partnership with Casemiro, you get Bruno further forward up the pitch, which does help. You got Cunha in there as well, creative machines. And you've obviously got Mason Mount leading the line as well. So yeah, that would be the first option that you can definitely go with. The second option would be this. Now, not a lot has changed. You can see Le Mans is still in goal there. Yoro, De Ligt, Martinez as a back three. Instead, you've moved Fernandez more deeper. You've got Manu out of the team. Xerxes goes up front, and you move Mount to the 10. I think this is probably the most likely team you are going to see from Ruben Amorim. I don't think this is... Listen, it's not a bad team. I think this Xerxes looked alright. Mason Mount, I think he's a player who has to step up a lot during while we miss players to AFCON. But I think there are definitely options there. I think this team, you have kind of more energy in the further parts of it. And you lose that more of control with Kobe Manu midfield. But it is going to be interesting to see how Ruben Amorim lines up the team, because missing Ahmad, who's been a very, very good right wing back for United, and he's been very important this season in terms of stretching the play, making United look like a real asset further forward. You're also missing Mbuemo, who's added a lot to the goals. How many goals has he got? I think 6 goals, 1 assist in the Premier League. So he's someone who, again, we're going to miss his quality going forward. And obviously Mazraoui as well, defensively, is going to be a big miss. But I think that would be, this one up here would be my team that I'd go with. Casemiro, Mainu, Bruno, Cunha, Mason Mount as a false nine. They'd be able to interchange with Cunha. You got Bruno in there as well. I think that'd be a pretty strong team. Again, in terms of other players that you could potentially see come in, as I said, you could see Maguire, depending on his injury, come back in. You've got Yoro, potentially go to the right, to the centre, depending on how long De Ligt is out. But that would kind of be the basis of a team that I'd go for. I think there are some key players for me who have to start. One of them obviously being Le Mans in goal. I think he's someone who has to start every game, in which he probably will. Back three, I think Martinez is a must. I think having him back from injury, he's a proper leader in that back three as well. And I think De Ligt has been someone who has been very vital to the team. So if he is fit, I think he's someone who does start. Obviously Yoro as well. Someone who's kind of been out the pecking order, but I think he's kind of he's not a must start, but I think De Ligt and Martinez are two players I want to see start. I think Casemiro midfield, Ugarte is not being fancied at the moment, and I think Casemiro has been that sort of right time, right place. He's had a lot of goals and assists as well this season, so, and last season and the season before, to be fair. But yeah, I think Casemiro is someone who has to start as well, and I think Cunha and Fernandez and also Mason Mount. So yeah, I think a lot of that team is a strong team and a team that I'd want to see. But listen, you never know; it's up for interpretation. It's down to see what Ruben Amorim will do. But again, we are certainly going to miss players through AFCON. I think we're one of the teams in the Prem that's going to take the biggest hit. I know Arsenal, I don't think, are losing any players. I know Spurs are losing Kudus, Sarr, Man City losing 8 Nuri as well. So listen, every team is going to be, or most teams in the Premier League are going to be affected. I think United, Mazraoui has become very, very good at the back. We knew when we did sign Mbuemo we would be losing into AFCON. And obviously Ahmad as well, who's been probably one of United's best players this season with Mbuemo. So yeah, it's going to be tricky. I mean, there are some tough games in there that they could potentially miss. I know they're going to miss definitely Aston Villa. We still don't know whether they're going to miss Bournemouth tomorrow. I think Amorim is apparently keeping that a secret. In terms of the other games that they can miss, you got Aston Villa next Sunday. So that's another game they can miss. Newcastle on Boxing Day, they're definitely going to miss that. Wolves on the 30th of December. Leeds on the 4th of January. Burnley, Brighton in the FA Cup, and potentially Man City. So they will be missing some huge games for United. But listen, it gives opportunities to other players at the club now. The likes of a Mason Mount, potentially a Kobbie Mainoo, a Dallo at right wing back, a Martinez coming in. So it gives opportunities to other players, which is always a positive. But let's see what does happen. That has been my team, so let me just go through it quickly. So that would be the team that I play. Le Mans, De Ligt, Martinez, Yoro, Dallo, Dorgu, Casemiro, Mainoo, Cunha, Fernandes and Mount. And this is the team I think Amorim will play. Le Mans in goal. Le Mans in goal, De Ligt, Martinez and Yoro, Dallo, Dorgu, Casemiro, Fernandes, Mount, Cunha and Xerxes. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Who would you start? Who would you put on the bench? Is there any players you would bring in? For example, maybe a rogue shout, Shea Lacey or a Manuel Ugarte, or whose players I haven't mentioned. Like these sorts of players that you'd bring in. Obviously, there's no Maguire in there because injury. Obviously, Sesko could potentially be in this team as well. I know he's coming back from injury, so he very well could have a part to play in this team in the forward position in replace of Xerxes. So you very well could see this team that I've picked here, but instead of Mount, you put Xerxes in there. But again, probably you're going to have that. No Xerxes, you bring in Sesko instead. I just want to see Mainoo get some minutes. I don't think you can blame me, but let me know your thoughts.